I'm gonna be honest with you guys today. This tier list is gonna be not biased because I'm gonna be honest. I don't really think a lot of the FNAF games are that scary in my personal opinion. But just looking at other people how they felt during these games. I mean, I've been scared for some of these games, but we're talk about them in the video. But for the first few games, like for my first 4 games, I'm not gonna be giving my opinion on the game because I wasn't really ever scared of these games. I was just more just me playing the game and just hoping to win. So yeah, but we're doing a tier list of every game, ranking every game based on their scariness. So if you guys like this video, please leave a like and subscribe, and let's get on with the rankings. Five Nights at Freddy's 1. Five Nights at Freddy's 1 is a great installment to the Five Nights at Freddy's series. It's the first game. It's easy to put on a tier list because it has to be high in the rankings. When it first came out, everyone was scared of the game. No one who played the game was either like not triggered or scared by the game. Everyone had the same fear of playing the game. Nowadays, it's not really that scary, but if you haven't played the game ever for some reason, maybe you'll still be scared of the game, FNAF 1, but even the creator, Scott Cawthon, was scared of Five Nights at Freddy's 1, specifically Bonnie from Five Nights at Freddy's 1. So it's definitely one of the scarier games in the installment because it's new and also you don't know what's going on. You check the camera for these creatures who are running around in the pizzeria. Always want to know where they are and hopefully they don't go to your left or right door, and if they do, then you gotta close the door immediately. If you can't or you don't, you get jump scared. Also you want to check on Fox. He runs down the hallway, and Freddy, who comes in on your right side and will try to get to your room, and you can't close the door on him or just check on him all the time. So it's really scary to know what's going on in the game. And it's also great because first because everyone was scared. Like every person you know, every creator. Except for me though, to be honest, because when I first started playing this game was years after the game was released, so I've seen a lot of videos and other stuff about it, so I can't say that I was really scared of this game, but how everyone's reaction to this game was really high, so I gotta give this one a high on the tier list, so I'm gonna give this one an A tier. An A tier may seem pretty high, or may not be high enough. Maybe we'll think S tier would be a good tier because it's the first game in the series, so it had that first game like push. So you don't know what's going to come, or you don't know what to expect. It's like all new to you. That's why I put it in the A tier. So it's because you don't know what's going on if you never played the game before or when it first came out. Because a lot of the newer games in the series are pretty much the same stuff that FNAF 1 has, but it may have its own scares in a different way. But yeah, so FNAF 1 will stay in the A tier section. Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Now, Five Nights at Freddy's 2, I again was not really scared of this one because I felt like this one was more of a challenge. Five Nights at Freddy's, due to the all the characters come in at once, and there's like 10 characters, actually 11 characters, because Marionette's not counted in the Golden Freddy mode or like the custom nights of the 11 characters, and they all come at once, and it's not really that scary, even though there's no doors, you can't like protect yourself. It's just a lot more of a hassle rather than even like remotely scary. It still has that little scare factor because it's a lot to worry about. It's like you gotta put on your mask, someone's in the room, you gotta put on a music box or you might die. And usually when Marinette is coming to get you, it's unexpected when he's actually gonna jump scare you. It's like not on a timer, so when his music box runs out, you get like a few seconds, who knows how many seconds there were, and then it's a immediate jump scare, so that could be something scary for you because it's not, you don't know exactly the time he's gonna come. You just know he's coming, and you just don't know when. Fox is in similar ways that you don't know fight on him. He has a certain amount of time where he'll jump scare you. It's random, but when he comes, it's really scary and it's rather random. But the other characters are more known. You're understandable when they're gonna come, unless like if a character has to put the mask down and you think you did it fast enough, but you didn't, and you're expecting to, when you put the mask up, you're fine, and you just get immediately jump scared. That's also pretty scary in itself as well. The event characters are somewhat different because a lot of the event characters are more just they go away, they don't go in front of you, except for Toy Bonnie. But even Toy Bonnie will not jump scare you when he's in front of you because he would just like, you know, when he's there, usually he goes away after you put the mask back up. He will not jump scare you unless he's still in the vent and your mask goes down back up and you put the monitor back up to join the music box. He will not jump scare you unless that happens. But in my personal opinion, again, I wasn't really scared of this game, to be honest, because it was more of a challenging game, as I said before. Because I definitely breezed through the first few nights and I had trouble with Golden Freddy mode. I think these games are like a lot easier. So given this one, I'm between B or C tier for this one, because B tier seems rather high for the game, but C tier seems rather low because it's definitely still a somewhat scary game with the things I mentioned in this video. But I don't know, I'm just thinking of the other games how I want to rank them. So I'm gonna give this one actually a C tier. C tier seems rather low, but compared to the other games, I think this one is lower on the tier list. So yeah, that's FNAF 2, C tier. Five Nights at Freddy's 3. So Five Nights at Freddy's 3 I think is one of the more scary games in the installment of games. I did say that the first 4 of Five Nights at Freddy's were not really as scary, but again, not compared to me, and I'm being more like open to how other people reacted to the game. I think that people were really scared of this game entirely, and I was a little scared of this game myself actually. Like Springtrap gave me like a lot of like scare back in the day. Like I was really scared of Springtrap when I was younger. But to be honest, his jump scare though was lackluster. If his jump scare was a little more like scarier instead of just him bobbing to the camera view, it would definitely just be a like amazingly scary game. But I'm still putting it really high on the tier list. Let me explain why it's really scary. One, the color scheme has changed from usually being like industrial colors to just more green, and the feels a lot more darker than every other game because you have like a whole like other mini game and like lore behind it, where purple guy is Springtrap and he kills children. Plus, he is the only character that jump that kills you during the game, and a lot of the other characters that do jump scare you are more random, so it's a lot more scarier because Freddy can come whenever he wants. He just walks in front of your screen, you just gotta dodge it, and Foxy just pops out of nowhere, doesn't even give you a warning. Chica is usually on the one of those like arcade games. You see her face on the camera, and then she'll jump scare you later on. Mango comes out of nowhere as well, and also the Mary also comes out of nowhere as well. And BB comes on your screen, you just have to camera off him. He's not really as scary, but the other ones are more just like randomized when they are gonna come. And Springtrap is the one that actually kills you. And I think Springtrap's scary. Usually, when like you can tell, like he's really scary when he's like at your door peeking out, or like he like shows himself for a second, then he leaves at your door. When think about it, if you're actually really there in the area, and you don't have a door to protect yourself, and some scary thing is just looking at you outside that door, it's actually just really, really creepy. But I want to get this one a high tier because I think it's really good. So I'm going to give this one actually an S tier on the scary list. Wow, S tier is pretty high. But compared to the other games in the series, a lot of S tiers won't be thrown out, honestly, in my opinion, because a lot of them are not as scary for my opinion. I'm trying to keep my opinion as much as possible, but I'm also kind of keep more of an open mind of who else played this game before. And I think I was mostly scared of this game compared to the other games. Plus, I remember my sister was really scared of the images where like Springtrap's pulling his face off, he's like open his mouth, and when you see a purple guy's face in Springtrap. My sister was terrified of that, and I think that's the only thing she was terrified of the FNAF series. That's why I'm also giving the reason why I'm giving it an S tier. So yep, that's FNAF 3. Five Nights at Freddy's 4. Five Nights at Freddy's 4 is hard to put on this tier. It's not really that hard. It's just that the game tries really, really, really hard to be scary, and it's not really as scary at all. Like, I mean, it still has a little scare to it, but compared to the other games in the series, is that it's really not that scary. Due to the fact that it's not really being that scary, is that because it's repetition of the last 3 games. You either check on a monitor, or actually, not in this FNAF 4, but you check on like the left side or right side of the doors. and you flash some lights. It's pretty much the same as FNAF 1 and FNAF 2, kinda, because FNAF 1 you check left side for Bonnie and right side for Chica, and you have like a Pirate's Cove, aka Closet, in for Foxy. And Freddy's a little different, but that's like, it doesn't really matter, just checking a light on him. It's pretty much the same as like the FNAF 1 way to check on Foxy on the Freddy on the monitor. And FNAF 2 is a little tough because you have a door if you can't like close them all the time, so you got, it's like that door's like a mask, kinda is. So FNAF 4, but it's really not scary because the characters look really scary and it has like a lot of like creepy feels to it. Like the fucking characters have like mouths in mouths. They have like really sharp teeth, and they all look like torn up and ripped up. So you compare to like the main characters and you see like how they look, the nightmare characters look. They're expected to be really a lot scarier, but again, it's repetition of what the other games are. Plus, when PewDiePie actually made the video on Five Nights at Freddy's 4 and how it's supposed to be scary, he wouldn't get scared at all. He said that he expected everything that was supposed to come, and so it gives the FNAF 4 a big bad rap because people like say, "Oh, PewDiePie wasn't scared of it." I mean, he's kind of right. It's not really that scary because of it just being the same thing you notice every single time. So why be remotely scared of it if it's the same thing? If you expect what's going to happen, it's gonna not be as scary as the other games in the installment. So I'm not gonna give this one an F tier because I think I've been a little like spooked by it a little bit. Like some of the jump scares like just happen. I'm like, whoa. I think I played FNAF 4 recently on Twitch, and I think I was like a little something scared of it, but it wasn't like, oh my god. So I'm gonna give this one only a D tier. D tier is kind of low, but compared to scariness, the look of it's scary, but the actual jump scares and everything itself, not that scary. So yep, FNAF 4. Five Nights at Freddy's sister location. I'm going in the order of the games, and I'm thinking about adding FNAF World, but again, putting it as remotely scary, it's going to be immediately F tier, so I'm just going to skip over that one entirely. So we're going to FNAF Sister Location. FNAF Sister Location is really good because it changes away from the FNAF first 4 games where it's the same thing, repetition, where you go in a circle pattern. You can get more lore involved, but the thing of the lore is it's not free roam lore. You're set to the lore pattern where you have either like the first night you must check on animatronics, second night you can like dodge Bitty Bab, and then you dodge Lore, and then you dodge Freddy, and then you check in the third night you dodge Foxy, and then the fourth night was just actually just awful. Fourth night of the FNAF game is bad, but I think it's a lot more scarier than some of the other games in the series. I think it's definitely scarier than FNAF 2 because of just like I feel like yeah, like dodge a lot more and it's like a lot kind of harder to do, because like some of these characters like are actually just like they talk to you in a way where it might freak you out a little bit. It's not that bad though. I want to put this one in a B tier. And I don't want to talk about FNAF Sister Location on the scare factor. It's more just like don't be manipulated by baby and just kind of follow your own pattern, I guess. I don't know. But it's like a lot of jump scares to it and a lot of like challenges to it. FNAF 4 Night 4 makes this game not as scary because of this dumbass challenge that we gotta go through in the middle of the night. I talked about it in the ranking the FNAF challenges, so you know how I hate that level that night. But I'm gonna give this one only a B tier because it's hard to say to put it higher than FNAF 2, but I don't know. It's just different from the rest. And it feels a lot more scarier in that sense because it's different from the rest, and you have new characters, a whole new feeling. Balora's new, Baby's new. She's a whole big character in the series. Bitty Bab, and you also have some scary characters from Custom Nights which didn't make it to the main game, like Yendo technically, Loba technically, Mini Arena 2, Electro Bab, but all that they're pretty scary. Ennard is also kind of scary as well too. So. Yep, this location I guess gets a B tier. It's kind of weird. It's kind of high, but I don't know. I think that's good. Five Nights at Freddy's Pizzeria Simulator. 5 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 Nigh Now we're finally getting into the juicy sections of Five Nights at Freddy's, because these areas are what we're ranking on now is definitely like high or low on the tier list. Like you can tell which one's like better or worse. And Five Nights at Freddy's 6 is one of my favorite games due to how scary it is. I'm not even joking. Like you at first glance you can't tell if it's scary or not, because you're making your own pizza tycoon game where you try to like make your own Five Nights at Freddy's, Freddy Fazbear Pizzeria, but then when you actually go on to the main part of the game when you had to buy stuff in the weird like creepy ass room, you had 2 vents next to you, that actually still this day still creeping me the fuck out. Like actually when I play so much on Twitch where I go speechless, like absolutely speechless every time I play, due to the fact where I'm like actually just shitting myself. Like I'm always so worried, my heart races, I don't talk because I can't like focus. I gotta focus. It's one of the scarier games installments, and this game was a secret to the entire crowd, because no one thinks there's going to be another FNAF game afterwards, and then this thing popped out of nowhere and boom, scary. I mean, other than even the salvages are pretty like nerve-wracking, because like sometimes the jump scares can be out of like random. Like you can be listening to the audio cue, and then whoever you're with just immediately jump scares you out of nowhere. Well, you checking the paper first, you just boom, jump scare. So yeah, it's just absolutely just my favorite game because of how scary it is. I think the only time I actually was like, oh my god, scary. I did a clip of me from many years ago when I first played the game, and like I had my shitty quality back in like 2019, where I actually was really scared of the game. So I'm gonna actually play a clip of that right now. I'm not sure if I was overreacting during that time, but I definitely was scared of the jump scare. It was like obviously the quality was awful, so you didn't hear the fucking jump scare, but I did. I didn't have my headphones half on. I just saw it. I was like, whoa! I jumped back in my seat, and it was awful. I was like actually just scared of the game. I didn't know how to play the game either, but I'm definitely better at the game. And it's just an amazing game. I don't know what to talk about except for it was just an amazing game for how scary the game was. So I'm gonna give it an S tier on the scary list, because I think it's like one of the best games FNAF has ever dropped, and it was just such a game that just no one knew actually was gonna come. So it was awesome. FNAF 6 can get an S tier. Five Nights at Freddy's Ultimate Custom Night. This is gonna be a quick one because obviously everyone knows that Five Nights at Freddy's Ultimate Custom Night wasn't trying to be scary at all. It was not trying to be scary. It was literally a custom night, Ultimate Custom Night. It's supposed to be a challenge for the people who played the custom nights in the other games like FNAF 1, 2, 3, actually not 3, 4, location. These are for the main big challenges. It's supposed to be the part of FNAF 6. That's why it's like not really as scary, because like usually after the main scary nights go in any FNAF game, they have the bonus nights, which is not as scary. It's supposed to be a difficult challenge, and you're not supposed to be really scared of them. You're supposed to be like, oh, playing them see if you can beat them. So I'm gonna be quick with this one already. There's nothing really scary about Five Nights at Freddy's. You see, I can't really think of. I feel like they made a cut scene with like Golden Freddy, or like you have the random Easter eggs you might see. But other than that, it's really not as scary. I'm gonna be quick with this one. It's obviously an F tier because again, it wasn't supposed to be scary at all. I have to put it on my list because it's a FNAF game, but you can tell it's like I didn't put FNAF World because that was not supposed to be scary at all. It's like not even a little bit. But UCN can have a scare to it because it has jump scares technically to it, and it's supposed to be a little slightly like scary because of the jump scares, but it's really not scary at all. It's more just for a challenge. And yep, FNAF's UCN is F tier. Five Nights at Freddy's VR Help Wanted. So now we're moving on to the VR installment of Five Nights at Freddy's. So actually I've never played this game before, but looking at the game in like just videos of it, it actually looks really scary to me. Like if I think about it, if you actually like have that close to your eyes, just like a VR headset and you get jump scared by like one of these characters, you must be like shitting yourself or something, because it must be actually like really scary. I have actually never owned a VR headset before, so that's why I never played the game before. But honestly, I would think that this is one of the scary games in the franchise, because it's just like you have all the FNAF games in the past, like FNAF 1, 2, 3, and then you have other challenges and stuff like that. But Glitch Trap also in himself as a new thing in the game, honestly, is definitely spooky, especially since when you play him, when you get stuff at the end, when you get stuff in the Freddy suit and he's dancing, like you go through that entire scene, it's just absolutely scary. Like, I think it's actually really spooky. So definitely give someone a high tier, but I don't think S tier is a good one, because it's not like, oh my god, it's so memorable for being scary, but it definitely opens up a new can of worms for the franchise and the series, because it has like Glitch Trap and it has all these like other things in the game. And also FNAF VR Help Wanted 2 is coming out, or I think it's called Help Wanted, but FNAF VR 2 is gonna come out, drop soon. So hopefully it's as good, if not better, than the first one, because we had the first 3 games actually not in Five Nights at Freddy's. So yep, we're gonna give this one an A tier. Not S tier, but A tier. It's definitely high, and it's definitely scary. So I really also look at the game because it has all these new features and all these new things to do, and has a lot of open world freeze roam stuff. So we can a lot to do, and I love it so much. So A tier is where it's gonna land. Five Nights at Freddy's AR Special Delivery. I wasn't really thinking about ranking this one on my tier list. I didn't rank the Curse of Dreadbird DLC, because I'm thinking, like, I didn't rank the FNAF 4 DLC for the Halloween edition, so I was like, I don't really need to rank this one, because it's just a DLC, not an actual game itself. But this one's actually a whole different game. It's supposed to be scary, but it's really not scary at all. Actually, this is one of my least favorite games actually in FNAF in general. Like, I kind of just forget this game exists. Usually, I actually have it on my phone, but I never play it because it just sucks. Like, it actually just really fucking it's awful, because it's not, honestly, when actually wearing headphones, even that it's like really not scary, it's also really confusing. And also, like, they kind of gave up on the game after a while anyways. Like, I don't know what Lumix was doing with this game, but it's just actually just dog. It's bad. I don't know. It's not even scary either, because I'm gonna say it like right now. This is my first time actually ranking this one in a tier list ever, and it's just bad. It sounds not scary, nothing. So I'm gonna give someone quickly another F tier, because again, not scary, not memorable, nothing good about it. It's awful. Olympic sucks at making these games. It's so lackluster, and it's a lot of shit about it where just like, also like a lot of it's pay to win too. You gotta pay for shit. That's not what we want for FNAF. It's totally different. It's not good. So yeah, we're gonna get that one and F tier. Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. The Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, again, it was a big hyped up because it was a huge game. But it just kind of flopped in its first like few weeks of the game's release. One, it was for $40, so I actually never played the game before either, because $40 for that, no, not worth it whatsoever. It's actually just not worth $40 for the. I mean, it's a large game, free roam. But playing 40, I'm definitely a cheap ass when it comes to games, because if you know what game I have, they're all free. Some of them, I mean, stuff for FNAF and obviously Minecraft and stuff like that are not free. But the games I don't have are honestly the ones that you pay for, like $60, $70 or $40, whatever. I'm not gonna pay for a game like that if I don't play it a lot. I gotta be like down to play the game to actually pay for it and stuff like that. But yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach is, the first few weeks of when it came out, wasn't really that scary, because it kind of like focused more on the bugs of the game. There's a lot of bugs and glitches in the game where people were more focused on rather than actually scariness of the game. It had a few scary points to it, because I like how it's free roam. On free roam, actually helped it out a lot. It was like a set story, like FNAF 1 through every other game afterwards. Actually, it wouldn't be that bad. It would be mediocre. But because it's free roam and like anything could happen, it was definitely better on the scare factor. But the problem is a lot of the glitches definitely fuck up the game a lot because it like made like people get jump scared or something weird happen because of the glitches that weren't patched. Plus, a lot of content was cut in the game due to the time that people want to get it out as fast as possible. Plus, of COVID and all that stuff, the game was pushed out almost a year later, and then a lot of stuff was cut. It was just not good at all. Even scariness, it wasn't like that great either. But then we got hit with the Ruined DLC, which actually did a really good job in enhancing the scare factor and scariness of Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. Like, actually made it a lot better because of a whole new system of just like of moving around like in a destroyed world with characters who are actually just destroy, like Chica, Bonnie, and even Bonnie in the game, Chica, Bonnie, and then you have like Glenrock, Freddy's like Headless, and you have Roxanne Wolf, and you have Montgomery Gator, and then you have this like new Mex character. It's all fits together well in the scare factor of the game. I actually really like it a lot. It's better than the actual game itself, the Ruined DLC. But again, you can't really rank the game off the DLC. You gotta rank the game off the base game. I mean, it definitely adds more flavor and adds more personality to the game. But based on the base game, I guess I'm on a D tier, not an F tier, because I feel like it definitely has some thought and also more scare to it than the other games. But again, I'm a FNAF 4 rank of like it wasn't that really great. They wanted to make it really scary, but they kind of fricked up and they didn't make it really well. So yep, that is FNAF Security Breach in its full entirety. Seemed like a quick tier list, but I didn't have much to talk about these games on the scariness because again, I wasn't really scared of these games in full. Except for Five Nights at Freddy's 6 and maybe some other games, I had a few whoa moments when I got jump scared. But other than that, it wasn't that bad. Honestly, I didn't rank the Dread Bear DLC, I didn't rank the FNAF 4 DLC, I didn't rank the FNAF World, I also didn't rank Ruined DLC, and I talked about it because, again, it's not the base game. I want to rank the game itself rather than the DLCs, because I can add anything to the DLC. Like Freddy Fazbear can like dripping blood out of his mouth. Yeah, that'd be actually horrifying. But yeah. Hopefully the next video I make on Five Nights at Freddy's, it will be about the movie maybe, because I'm gonna watch the movie the day it comes out, or at least the couple days before after it comes out, because I want to watch it immediately. I don't hear any spoilers about it. I don't want to watch anything about it. I'm going to watch the actual movie. So yeah. Hope you enjoyed this video though. If you did, leave a like and subscribe if you are new, because I want to post more of these FNAF tier list videos. Plus I want to post a lot of videos on other stuff too. I post one recently about Apex Legends. I want to play other games on my channel like Call of Duty and it was like Valorant, I guess, Overwatch, Fortnite, anything else you guys want to request. I will try to play as much as I can. So peace out, much lights. Don't do that bleach, and obviously stay lit.